You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Good morning, 8:01 right now, getting us started on our Sunday morning. What a beautiful sunrise taking shape here this morning. That's a live view from Maynardville. Big shout out to Union County here this morning. What a nice, quiet, cold start to the day. Remember that this is one of the coldest mornings we've had in quite some time, but that cold air will eventually move its way on out, and we're looking at a nice little warming trend on the way. Beautiful sunshine, by the way, is on the way. So if you have outdoor plans today, if you're running out and doing some errands, well, you'll need the coats again here today. Not nearly as breezy. We'll talk much more about that coming up here in just a moment. On the big picture pattern, we got a lot of rain down into parts of Florida. A weak, dry cold front swinging in from the north. That's not going to do much for us here locally, but what it is going to do is, nice little ridge of high pressure is actually going to start to build its way back into the area. And that ridge of high pressure is going to help to warm us up as we head through the much of the week. When you look at your future cast, look at all the rain down into Florida. That weak, dry cold front doesn't do much for us. May bring us a little bit of a breeze and a couple of afternoon clouds on Tuesday. That should be about the extent of it. Other than that, we are going to continue to see nice, quiet conditions, warming temperatures, and really going to be a nice work week around East Tennessee with a little bump in the road, my friends, as we get into our Thursday and Friday time frame. That's all associated with another cold front that's going to be swinging its way into the area. And that cold front will bring us a little bit of rain. We'll talk much more about that. We're also going to talk about on the program this morning your 16-day forecast outlook. We're going to look at the 6 to 10, 8 to 14, and then your 16-day outlook for rainfall and snowfall. I know many of you have seen the Farmer's Almanac. We've talked about it here on the broadcast with Wake Up with Witcher. It's, okay, any big snow events on the way? I won't give the answer away. Not yet. Stay tuned for that. All right, just a couple of high-thin clouds zipping on out of here. And again, that's going to continue to bring us plenty of sunshine throughout the day. You can see on our satellite and radar, those clouds were a little bit thicker during the evening and overnight hours. That kept our temperatures, well, not warm, but maybe a little bit warmer in some locations, like upper East Tennessee in the mountains, due to the fact that clouds act like a nice little blanket. But it's not warm by any stretch of the imagination. Let's go back to that map here. How about this? All right, so when you look at rainfall over the last 24 hours, nada, zilch, 0. So no rain yesterday, but it turned out to be not a bad day. All right, so we have temperature change. We are trending colder this morning, about 10, 15 degrees colder than what we were yesterday morning. When you look at the numbers, here's your out-the-door temps, and yeah, it's a cold one. 16 degrees right now in Crossville, 21 in Dandridge, and Sweetwater coming in at 23 degrees here to get you out the door. So here are your weather headlines. Sunny and cool throughout the day today, so we'll need the jackets and the sunglasses. Mostly sunny and warming through much of the week. The rain sets in late Thursday and early Friday, and a bit cooler weather, while more seasonable temperatures return as we get into the upcoming weekend. So here's how the day shapes up. Plenty of sunshine. Again, a few clouds this morning. They move off to the east and southeast along with that cold front. Temperatures will warm a little bit more today than what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was chilly for sure. We should make it into the mid-40s by 3 o'clock this afternoon. And again, abundant sunshine. A little bit of a breeze here during the afternoon, not nearly as breezy as it was yesterday, but it'll still cut through you with temperatures only expected to be in the 40s. And you can see those forecast highs will go mid to upper 40s, maybe a couple of pockets of low 50s across the Southern Valley, but I'm not expecting a whole lot of activity. Into the evening we go, and once that sun sets, thanks to the clear skies, those temperatures drop pretty quickly. So by 6, we're right around 43 degrees, and then we'll drop it in the mid-30s by 10. So if we're in the mid-30s by 10 o'clock tonight, it's going to be another chilly start to our day. So your Monday forecast, we start off with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. Not as cold as this morning, but still chilly as you head off to work and the kids head off to school. But we should warm nicely as we head through the day on Monday. From sunrise to noon, temperatures go from the 20s into the mid-40s. Forecast highs on Monday are going to be back into the 50s. So more seasonable temperatures on Monday with, again, abundant sunshine on the way. When you look at your 3-day forecast, 40s today, mid-50s Monday, Tuesday. We'll see a few clouds on Tuesday thanks to a little bit of moisture moving on through, but that should be about the extent of it. Not a big deal there. But as we look ahead, we are also talking about that chance of rain Thursday into Friday. I'll show you the big picture weather pattern. We'll talk about those rain chances and the big picture coming up in just a moment. But I have to give a big shout out to the CAC, the Knoxville aging company organization here. Whitney Kent. I told you yesterday that Whitney and I were the MCs. Now, last year, if you recall, I raised money for the Senior Companion Program. Okay, and I never made it to king, did not get crowned king because I didn't raise enough money, but I raised enough to be crowned prince. And so that is my prince crown from last year, and so I still have it and wore it to the event last night. It was a lot of fun raising money for this program. You got to realize this program, there are retired seniors that are still able to get out and do things, right? And so they volunteer their time to go help homebound seniors, whether it's just for a conversation, read a book, chat about the old days, maybe go run some errands or go to the grocery store for them. And there's a huge waiting list. Last year, we had a waiting list of about 60 people. I think that we're up to about 300 seniors on this waiting list. And so that's why we were out there raising money last night. It was a great organization and a lot of fun. Kim Olin, if you don't know her, she works with Max Pharmacy, and she is amazing, outgoing, huge personality, and she helps put on this event. And so and their daughter, by the way, works with the organization as well. So it was a lot of fun, great people, great to see everybody last night. Good music, good dancing, good food, and raising money for a great cause. So again, that was the Senior Companion Center for the Knoxville Office on Aging. Knoxville Office on Aging is what that's for. All right, let's go ahead and take you to the big picture now and talk about those rain chances. Again, those rain chances ramp up Thursday into early Friday. But again, remember, you can never look at these numbers and say, okay, that's the whole story. That's not the whole story. Everyone is probably going to get wet, but it's probably going to be after about dinner or bedtime on Thursday night. That's the way it's playing out right now. So we'll see how it all finishes up as we head through the week, and I'll fine-tune the forecast as we get closer to our Thursday, Friday. But generally speaking, here comes the cold front Thursday. It exits by Friday. It's going to drop, generally speaking, about a half an inch of rainfall around East Tennessee. But before we get there, we have a nice little warming trend on the way. 40s today, 50s Monday, Tuesday, 60s Wednesday, Thursday, and then back to those seasonal averages as we get into Friday and Saturday. Low temperatures come up as well. We start off in the 20s to Monday and Tuesday morning, Thursdays for Wednesday morning, and then we'll be in the 40s Thursday and Friday morning before that cold front ushers in the cooler, drier air. We'll dry out, we'll cool down as we get into our Saturday and Sunday time frame. All right, as I mentioned, we've been talking about this. The Climate Prediction Center puts out 6 to 10 and 8 to 14-day forecast outlook. So generally speaking, we're probably looking at about average temperatures as we round out the month of February. But as we go from the 26th to the 3rd of March, we may be actually trending above average. We'll see how it all plays out because I've looked at some of the model forecasts and some of the ensembles. What does that mean? That just means it takes a bunch of models, puts them together, and kind of gives you a little bit of an output, right? A forecast. And so the ensembles are actually picking up on some colder air to probably March 2nd to March 4th timeframe. And another storm system moving on through. Does it hold true? I don't know. It's only the 18th of February. Only time will tell, and we'll refine the forecast. But so many of you have been asking, and a lot of you have been asking, okay, can we just get one more bout of snow? Most of you, not the case. Most of you are like, okay, no, I'm good. I don't need any more snow, right? But with that said, drum roll, please. Okay, not a huge chance for snow. So this is your 16-day outlook. Now, you know me. I don't like to go too far out in time. I would never put numbers on this map, at least especially when it comes to snowfall forecasts. But the general idea is maybe a couple shots of some rain showers may produce some light mountain snow showers across the classic horseshoe. That's about the extent of it. But you can even see up across the Great Lakes, really not expecting a whole lot of snow over the next 16 days. This is just one model forecast. Again, we use multiple models to put together our forecast, but that's just one. Generally speaking, we may be trending on the warmer side, and we may be trending on the drier side. Now, when it comes to snowfall anyways, when it comes to rainfall forecast, again, when you look at over 2 weeks, this is 16 days out, maybe an inch of rain. So we may actually start to trend a little bit on the drier side because an inch of rain over 16 days is not very much, right? And so that's kind of the general idea of rain and snow over the next 16 days. And that's really going to be about the extent of it, my friends. So we sure hope you have a great day today. We'll come to the chat and say hi to everybody here in just a moment. I was trying to find something. I posted on social media yesterday. And see if I can find it. There it is. All right. How about this? Who's ready for spring, daylight saving, St. Patrick's Day, Easter? Anybody? A lot of you commented on social media when I posted this, but we are 21 days away from fast forwarding, spring forward, getting that 1 extra hour of daylight per day. And of course, the days continue to get a little bit longer as we progress. St. Patrick's Day. Anybody like to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Anybody like some corned beef and cabbage and a good old glass of Guinness? For years, I've been telling my wife, I want to host a St. Patrick's Day party at our house. We have yet to do it just because life gets in the way. Kids, work. But again, that's coming up March 17th. Spring is only 30 days away for you spring lovers out there. And spring allergy No, there's no spring allergy lovers, is there? No, not the case. And as we get into the spring months, I'll be doing your allergy reports as well, so something to keep in mind. But maybe a good idea to start taking those allergy pills now because your body has to get it in your system, right? So when allergies really start to hit, hopefully it doesn't hit you too hard. But I will say, I've got a friend who's a meteorologist down in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they already have pollen on the cars. And that's about 2 to 3 weeks early. So if we warm up, do we start to get the pollen? We know the daffodils are already starting to bloom. So it's a sign of spring, my friends. Only 30 days away. And then Easter. Who likes Easter? Of course, right? 42 days away from Easter. All right, let's go ahead and say good morning to everyone. See how everyone's doing this morning. All right, we got Tina and Kimberly on here. Hey, by the way, yesterday I talked about dressing down, right, and being a little bit more business casual. Got some great messages from you, not just through the chat and the Wake Up with Witcher chat that we have going on right now, but on social media as well. And I'm going to post a picture of some cash and some dressy up, but here's the deal. Today's Sunday, so I decided I'm just going to wear my Sunday best today. Seemed to be appropriate. Maybe we'll dress down a little bit more during the week, and then we'll see how it all plays out. But maybe Sunday. Like I said, I always grew up wearing my Sunday best. And so why not wear that this morning? How are you going to be heading off to church? Are you doing anything fun today? What are you doing? Are you running some errands? Good morning from Granger County. It's cold, says Katrina. Felicia says, happy Sunday, everybody. And RD's on here. Bonnie's on here as well. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, except for the cold. Yeah, but you know what? If you want to get out and take a nice little walk around the neighborhood, get the blood flowing a little bit, your body warms up pretty quickly. Got Glendale and Greenback on here. Good morning, Donna. And Julie's on here as well. Julie says, what caused the ring around the moon last night? Great question, actually. So when we get a ring around the moon, those are ice crystals way up in the atmosphere. And because we had those high-level clouds streaming on into the area, we had ice crystals up there. And so when you saw the moon, those are ice crystals. And that's just cascading that glow, that ring around the moon. Pretty cool stuff. But thanks for asking the question, Julie. Tina says, surprised no heavy frost outside with how cold it is. Yes. And there's a reason why we don't have a lot of frost out there. Why? Because our temperature and dew point at the surface are spread apart. If they were a little bit closer together, we would have had some dense frost or some thick frost this morning. But not the case because the atmosphere is on the drier side. Good morning, Cheryl. Got Sharon Baxter on here this morning. She says, we'll be glad to see Sunday today. And I hope you're glad to see Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday as well, right? I'm glad to see every single day. We're fortunate to be alive every single day, right? Because you never know what tomorrow brings. That is the truth, right? Tina says, I'd love to volunteer, but I'm in Blount County. I don't think you have to live in Knox County to volunteer for the Senior Companion Program. I posted a picture. I've tagged them in my picture. That's coming up later today on social media. So check that out, Tina, if you're interested. But yeah, I mean, listen, there's always a way to volunteer. If you can't volunteer your time, there's a way to donate as well. And so I've got that link on there to their website, to their Facebook page. So check that out. If you want to donate a little bit of money to the Senior Companion Program, they would absolutely love it. Again, 300 seniors on a waiting list. To have just another senior, I mean, could you imagine? I don't know if any of you are homebound or live by yourself, but if you do, it gets lonely, right? So that Senior Companion Program is great. It just brings light and life back to some of these homebound seniors. So anyways, let's see. Felicia's looking forward to some springtime. Love gardening time. I used to have a garden for years and years and years. I haven't had one for quite a few years now. I still have my raised beds that I built just a few years ago, about 3 years ago, I guess. 3 or 4 years ago, I built them. Still have them. When we moved, I moved them with the house. Because I was like, I'm not leaving these. I spent a lot of time on these raised beds. But we're trying to find the best place in our backyard. So we've been kind of assessing that. We've only been in this house for about 2.5 years. So maybe this year would be the year for the Witchers get back out and do some gardening. Love me some fresh vegetables. We have two blueberry trees. And it produces probably about 8 to 10 quarts of blueberries twice. Well, it does 2 rounds. Blueberries do 2 rounds. But the problem is we never get those. Because either the birds get them or my kids get them. They go out there and just pick them off the blueberry bushes. But there's nothing better than fresh blueberries off the blueberry bush, right? You guys are all amazing. I really do appreciate you joining us this morning. Let's go ahead and recap the weather forecast, and I think let you get off to church and let everyone get off to doing the things that they want to do for the day today. But again, as we recap the forecast for the day today, temperatures are in the teens and 20s this morning. It is brutally cold for sure, but we'll climb into the 50s tomorrow. So that's tomorrow's forecast. Let's go to today's forecast. That makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? Don't know how those maps got out of order, but they did. So today's forecast will make it into the mid to upper 40s, a little bit closer to those seasonal averages, but still below average. Lows tonight drop into the upper 20s. So a chilly start to our Monday morning. It's going to stay that way again on Tuesday. When you look at your 3-day forecast, 40s today, 50s Monday, Tuesday. We are talking about rain increasing late Thursday into early Friday again. This doesn't look like it's going to be an all-day washout Thursday or Friday, but subject to change. If the storm speeds up, we get more rain during the day on Thursday. If it slows down, we get more rain during the day on Friday. So I'll keep you posted on that. When you look at your 7-day forecast outlooks, this is Knoxville's. Mid-40s today, mid-50s Monday, Tuesday, low 60s Wednesday, Thursday, and then back to those seasonal averages. Average high in Knoxville is 53 degrees, average low is 34, so we're trending well below average this morning. How about Chattanooga? Anybody joining us from Chattanooga on the chat here this morning? We'll stay below average today. Average temperatures tomorrow and Tuesday, and then above average temperatures. Chattanooga, you can make it to near 70 on Thursday, right ahead of that leading edge of the cold front. And going about a 20% chance of rain during the day. So not a huge chance for a lot of rain during the day, but it looks like, again, after sunset in Chattanooga, maybe some thunderstorms. We'll see how the instability in the atmosphere plays out as that cold front approaches and as everything kind of evolves over time. Below average temperatures in Crossville. Well below that average low. Right now, it's only, 16 degrees in Crossville. Average low is 30. So brutally cold on the plateau this morning, but at least we climb back to those seasonal averages tomorrow. Above average temperatures. Your warmest day is going to come through on Wednesday with a high of 60, and then we'll see those rain chances increase Thursday night into Friday morning. Of course, a little bit sooner on the plateau than the valley or the mountains because the storm's going to be coming in from the west. For the Tri-Cities, again, likely to see less rain during the day on Thursday, more rain probably after bedtime as the storm evolves and moves on through. But below average temperatures in Tri-Cities, average high is 51. We'll make it to only 45 today. Average temperatures tomorrow, slightly above average Tuesday, and nearly 10 degrees above average as we get into Thursday as that cold front approaches. That's going to bring us some wind and some rain late Thursday into early Friday. And let's check it on the drought monitor, shall we? I didn't post this on Thursday, but how about this? This is great news to pass along. The drought's been wiped out for most of the area. Still have some abnormally dry conditions across the southern and southeastern sections of East Tennessee, and the Cumberland Plateau still has abnormally dry conditions and a little bit of a drought for southern Fentress, Morgan, and central and northern Cumberland County. And that's about the extent of it. Well, you all are amazing. I'm going to wrap things up here this morning. But thanks for joining in. Have a wonderful and safe Sunday. I'll send you back to the 24-hour channel as some folks kind of trickle in here this morning. They kind of wake up, roll over, and look at Facebook. So I'd like to leave that up for them to get the latest forecast. But we'll keep you up to date on all things weather. Check out social media. Go subscribe to my Facebook, to my YouTube channel, and pass along the word. Got about 5 new downloads on the app last night just at the event, so that was great. So if you love what I'm doing, share it, please, because it helps what we're going to be doing in the months, days, weeks, months, and years ahead. You're not getting rid of me anytime soon. Happy Sunday, everybody. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Get rates as low as 0.9%. Get $7,000 over KBB value for your trade. Plus, every new Kia comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. And don't forget, the price will not be the problem at Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Have a wonderful and safe day. It's going to be a little bit sunnier, a little bit warmer throughout the day today, and that warming trend continues all the way through next week with a little bump in the road as we get into our Thursday and Friday, late Thursday, early Friday, as another cold front heads our way. That's going to transition to a little bit of a cooling trend as we get into the weekend, but doesn't look like anything major is on the way. So here's your forecast for your Sunday. We start off on the cold side. We'll be in the upper 30s by noon today, so still chilly, but at least our forecast highs with abundant sunshine, warm back in the mid to upper 40s. Bit on the breezy side here as we get through the afternoon hours, but not nearly as windy or breezy as it was on our Saturday. Forecast high temperatures will top out in the mid to upper 40s, maybe a couple of pockets of 50s across the Southern Valley, and temps drop pretty quickly into the evening hours once the sun goes down. It is going to be a chilly start to our Monday, but not nearly as cold as it is this morning. We'll walk you through your outdoor forecast and your 3-day forecast. That's coming up in just 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Clear skies and chilly temperatures to get our Monday morning started. Hi again, everyone. Sure hope you're having a great day so far. Yeah, Monday morning starts off in the 20s and 30s. Not nearly as cold as it was this morning, but still a chilly start. And it looks like that warming trend continues to pick up as we head through the day on Monday. So we start off in the 20s and 30s. We'll climb into the mid-40s as we get into the noon hour on Monday. We'll have abundant sunshine on the way, and forecast highs will be back to those seasonal averages into the low, mid, and maybe a few pockets of upper 50s. Your 3-day forecast, recapping 40s today, 50s as we get into our Monday, Tuesday, but how about some 60s and a chance of rain? That is on the 7-day forecast. I'll break that down with a big picture weather pattern. That's coming up here in just a moment. recap those weather headlines for just a moment. Know that we are in for a nice little warming trend, plenty of sunshine, quiet, dry conditions until we get into our Thursday, Friday time frame, at which point another cold front heads our way, bringing us the chance for some rain showers. And we'll drop our temperatures a little bit as we get into the weekend. We'll highlight that with your 7-day temperature trend in just a moment. 30-40% chance of rain. Why? Well, it's not going to be all day, right? And so it looks like everyone starts to get wet as we get into the evening hours on Thursday, and then the rain will start to exit as we get into the early morning hours on Friday. That's the way it stands right now. It's also associated with a cold front that is going to spill rain into our area. So this is through the day on Thursday into our Friday. Storm system starts to exit, but the rainfall totals will likely be about a ½ inch of rain. So it's some decent rain, maybe a little bit less across the Southern Valley, a little bit more across the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Temperature trend, we're warming nicely. We're going to be in the 60s as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, out ahead of the cold front. But more seasonable temperatures Friday, Saturday, and Sunday return. And those low temperatures go from the 20s as we get into our Monday, Tuesday morning, 30s on Wednesday, 40s on Thursday, Friday, and then we drop back down into the 30s as we get into our Saturday and Sunday. By the way, first day of March is right around the corner. As we look ahead, though, as we wrap up the month of February, this takes us all the way through the 28th. We'll likely to see relatively average temperatures, but it does look like as we begin the month of March, we could start to warm up. With that said, some of the models indicate that another storm system is going to be arriving sometime around March 2nd or 3rd. That may bring us a big drop in those temperatures, so we'll see how it all plays out. Make sure you check back in. In the meantime, have a great day.